Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Are you looking for an ultra bright LED rechargeable light lantern that also can work as a power bank to charge up something like your phone? Check out this battery operated USB rechargeable lantern. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Subboos, S-U-B-O-O-S. I bought this little lantern on Amazon. You can see it's about the size of a can of chili and it weighs only about a pound, but it's extremely versatile. If you're concerned with power outages or you like camping or hunting or even off-grid living, having an ultra bright LED rechargeable battery operated lantern that can be recharged and use it to charge something else can be a fabulous addition to your prepping or your outdoor gear. It's made out of very sturdy plastic. The middle looks like a metal strip, but I think that it's plastic also. It's very sturdy. When you open the box, the rechargeable lantern has 5 included batteries. It has a USB cord, S-clamp carabiner, and a very nice set of directions that are very clear. The Subboos LED lantern has 4 settings. It has a very bright white, a regular white, a red, and a flashing red. The bright white lasts for 11 hours and gives off 185 lumens. It's enough to light up your cabin or your tent, and you could even read by it. The regular white light lasts for 15 hours and gives 60 lumens, and the red light will last 19 hours. Why might you like a red light? A red light is great because you can use it at night and it doesn't cause that night blindness. You can read by the red light without disturbing other people. You can also use the red light to check on your kids if they're sleeping without the light disturbing their rest. The flashing red would be great if you kept something like this with your emergency gear and you had it in your car and say you had a breakdown. You could use this as an emergency warning light. It could be safer because it's not burning and longer lasting than a flare. Look at this Subboos. You can see on the front there's a button which also works to tell you when it's charged it'll be blue, and when it's charging it'll be red. When you're using it, if it turns to red, it means you need to charge it up. If you look on the back, there's the flip open spot for the USB cord. You can see you can use both ends of your USB cord. Plug the small end of your cord in and the other end of the cord into your computer, into a wall socket adapter. Those are not included, so make sure if you're going to want to charge this on the wall that you have one of those from your gear or get an extra one to store with this. I like it. You can also charge it up from a solar charger. I have a solar panel by Anchor and I can set this out in the sun, plug it in. It's hard to see, but the little red light is on indicating that it's charging. I haven't activated any of the batteries yet, so you can see I can still use it when I plug it into an external power source, which makes this extra convenient in all kinds of situations. It's convenient to know that if you have the little external battery banks, you can plug this in even if all the batteries are missing or have been used up. You can still use your USB rechargeable lantern with the extra battery pack. Then you can turn the cord around, plug in your phone. You can use the power bank stored within your lantern to charge up your phone. In a lot of emergency situations, the first utility that comes back online is the cell phones because all of the emergency personnel need to use that as well. If your emergency is a localized area, you may not be able to call people within your local area, but you may be able to call your family or friends that live in a different location to notify them that you're okay. So having a way to power up your cell phone from a lantern is a great idea. If you turn it over, you can see there's an arrow sticker on the base. Twist this off. You can see where the 2 rechargeable batteries are. The 2 rechargeable batteries are lithium batteries. You can see the number on them. They have a little nipple end. They're a little larger than a AA. The number on them is 18650. It's not a battery that I've ever used before, so it's interesting to pay attention to the different types of batteries, because you can probably order backup batteries if you wanted from somewhere like Amazon. There's a little rubber gasket, but then you can find the notches where you screw this back in, and because of the rubber gasket, I think it's going to help it be water resistant. Don't count on anything being waterproof, but it's probably water resistant if you were using it in the rain or you dropped it in a puddle. You can see there are 4 rubberized feet that can help it stay in place and keep it from sliding around when it's in use. Then if you look at the top of it unscrews, and you can see that's where 3 AA batteries are. All the batteries are already included in this bright lantern. Now I showed you that you can use it without activating any of the batteries, but now I'm going to pull the tabs off of the rechargeable batteries and turn it on. You can see that it comes already charged up, ready to go. You don't use the on-off switch on the front. This is easy, even in the dark. You can pick it up, and then all you have to do is lift the lid up, and it comes on with the bright light. Then you can cycle through a bright white, a regular white, a red, and the flashing red. It always comes on to the very brightest white when you turn it on. Pull it up to turn it on, and it always comes on the brightest white. If you wanted to just use the red light, pull it up just till it goes on, hardly any light is coming out, and then you can cycle through the push button and get the light that you want. It's also great because you have every opportunity to dim or brighten according to how far open you make it. You can have a little tiny light, so you could even leave it on with it just barely cracked open and provide the tiniest bit of light if someone is concerned about being in the dark. It's very versatile. You can control the amount of light and the color of the light between white and red. Then when you're done using it, push it all the way down, and there's a little click where it goes off right before it seats all the way down closed. It has 2 hooks on it, 2 handle hooks that come up on it. It also comes included with the S-hook carabiner. It has one larger, one smaller end. Either of them fits over the handles on your lantern. You can have that extra option for hanging it up from a tree, from a rope, in your tent. You have the option to hang it up all different kinds of ways. It's very versatile. Pull the tab out of the bottom. Your light is ready to go. Raise it up. Light is on. Close it, push it down. The light is off. A convenient idea is to look for a Velcro strap. You can find them even at the Dollar Tree. Wrap the Velcro around your cord, and then you can attach it to the handle on your lantern so that the cord stays with it. A great idea would also be to store it away with an external battery pack. I'm not going to activate the AA batteries unless all of my other resources have been used up. They're not necessary to run this, and if I should run out of the charge, it's too dark to use my solar panel, my external battery bank is also used up, then I still have the backup of the AA batteries stored right inside the top of the lantern. I like to spend a lot of time at my granny camp, which is my Alaska off-grid remote cabin. So I was very pleased to find this LED rechargeable lantern that also works as a power bank. I don't need a lot of light in the evenings. It still stays light until 11 p.m. So I don't need a lot of light. So this has lasted for many days out here at granny camp. It's a safer way to have light than using candles or oil lamps. In an emergency like an earthquake, you might have a gas leak. You never want to light any kind of a flame because you could have an explosion. So there are lots of kinds of emergencies when having a battery-operated lantern would be a wonderful addition to your emergency gear. There are all kinds of reasons to want to have a dependable source of light. It could be an emergency. You might want to go camping. You may even want to just go out and have a nice picnic on your patio. Something like this helps you enjoy your time in the out of doors or in the indoors in an emergency situation. Check out the Caboose USB rechargeable lantern that includes a power bank and see if it isn't something that you want to add to your stockpile of outdoor and emergency gear. Learn more at alaskagranny.com. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.